This ain't no regular podcast. This is Westchester Talks.
What's up, everybody? Y'all now tuned into Westchester Talks. This is episode 28. We appreciate y'all as always. First and foremost, want to give a shout out to our sponsors, of course, at the private shop, always allowing us to come through and do our thing. I know it's been a minute, but we back. To my left, got my brother Fred with us.
Yes, sir. What up, my boy?
Got my brother Lex.
What up, what up?
And today we got a very, very, very special guest with us. 914 representative, of course, actor, comedian, host, whatever you need, he got you. Today, from Rochelle, New York, from Westchester, like I said, Marcus Banks.
Yes, sir.
My brother.
Marcus, I'm here now.
Yes, sir, yes,
To
sir.
take my glasses off now, I just wanted to look cool for a minute.
Yeah. Had to start the intro spiffy. Yeah, so I say let's get straight into it. It's been a minute for us, so what we usually like to do is check in, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
See how we doing mentally, you know.
Last time I checked in was in LA. That was 2007. No, I'm fine.
But yeah, so for us as men, you know, we don't really get the question a lot, just how you doing mentally, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We go through life working, trying to pay these bills, just trying to
Absolutely.
make it through, so we don't really have serious conversations when it comes to mental health. So I would say let's start off there, man. How you doing mentally? How's everything doing? How's
Mentally,
everything going?
I'm back on my board. You know what I mean? I'm back on my surfboard. You know what I mean?
sure.
Like, we done had some hiccups, but I'm back on my surfboard. You know what I mean? So I always tell people, don't show your hand. You know what I mean? Just be who you are. You know what I mean? But we do go through some things behind closed doors. So, you know, I'm back on my board. You know what I mean? So I'm straight.
Nah, that's good to hear. What about y'all, fellas?
I'm good, man. I'm straight. Summertime. Got a summer break before we get right back to it.
Sound like a principal. He said,
Summer
break?
Yeah, I work at a school, so
you
you know,
work at a school.
the summer.
I
we
get
look
it.
forward to the school.
Yeah,
I mean, to the
absolutely.
summer. So
Yeah.
yeah, but everything's straight. Everything good.
Shoot, me, man. Summer ball starting now. Dykeman start tomorrow and all of that, so I'm just getting ready for that, you know what I'm saying?
And your birthday just passed.
Absolutely, man.
Now cancer season.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday to Fred. Happy birthday to Fred.
You know what I'm saying? So other than that, man, I'm feeling blessed.
Yeah, same with me, man. Same, just been working, getting to it. Like Marcus said, you know, we go through what we go through, but like he said, we kind of keep that, you know, behind the scenes and still just do what we got to do and make it do. We alive, and that's really the biggest blessing is we got another day to, you know, make shit happen. So, and I also want to give a shout out to the team. You know, YB's with us. Shout out to Cozy. He's with us today as well. So, you know, shout out to y'all. Yeah. We checked in. Let's get to it, man.
Let's get to it.
Comedian.
Come on now.
One of the funniest people I personally know. You know,
Come on now.
we know a lot of funny people, you know, off the internet, off movies, the Cat Williams, the Mike Epps, all these people. But this is somebody I know
Yeah,
personally.
he had 15 stories since he walked in. 15 stories.
No, that's so fact. So I would say, and we gonna get into the stories too for sure. You know what I'm saying? We gonna definitely ask you a few stories, but I would say, let's start from the origin, man. Like, how did you even get into comedy to begin with?
In the beginning, I was a DJ first.
What was your name?
DJ Neuro. Yeah, DJ Neuro was my name. So I went to Herkimer County Community College. If anybody knows, it's like not too far from Utica and Syracuse, so it's a SUNY. So one of the best campuses you could ever live in, you know what I'm saying? So when I first got there, my homeboy, shout out to my man Freaky Steph, he was the one that kind of like was like, yo, you got all this music on your computer, you should be a DJ. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. But then little by little, I'm like, everybody's coming by the crib because I had like the big ass like stereo system. So everybody used to just come by the crib, like nice days, even the cold days, I used to just put the speaker in it and I'd just be over there practicing and everybody like, oh, don't turn off the music.
So you was nice.
I was all right. When Virtual DJ was out, you can tell, whoa, boy, whoa. I was young DJ Flex. You couldn't tell me I wasn't good. I had all the music, you know what I'm saying? So, old school, new school, you know what I mean? So little by little, I kind of mirrored this other DJ that was on our campus. His name was DJ Treble. And he never spoke, like he ain't speak at all. He just had mad like, DJ Treble, like he had mad, I'm like, damn, this guy's good. So one time we doing a fashion show, but he was the DJ that was supposed to close it out. We ain't have no host. So they like, yo, you know you kind of funny, make everybody laugh, go out there and do your thing. From there, that's when I kind of found my algorithm to be like, oh, I could kind of do this, but I didn't feel I could do it. You know what I'm saying? So later down the line, it's like I went through my trials and tribulations where my mom moved and my stepdad moved. Like they went and bought a house down south, and I still was up here. So they like, all right, he gonna finish school, he should be good. You know what I mean? He could go back and forth, but got kicked out. And then I kind of like hit rock bottom where like my mom didn't even know I was homeless. So when I was homeless, my man Freaky Steph still called me, yo, comedy. And at that time, Mike Epps dropped Faded, Underrated. He dropped a certain special where he was like on the cover, he had like an all red suit on. And I watched it 3 times. He made me watch it. He was like, yo, just look at him. But I always was into comedy, like Def Jam, Comic View and all that. But that one kind of stood out to me. I'm like, oh, wow, this is going, like, I could kind of do this. And then little by little, I tried. It wasn't succeeding. And I was like, this ain't for me. And then it was that one little turning point where I felt that first laugh. I'm like, all right, I think I'm here to stay. And then my mom is a big motivator. You know what I mean? Like, shout out to my mom, like, big motivator. I got a good support system. At times I could be rude and over blunt, but like overall, my mom like just being there for me through certain times, and my family is just like, damn, like this is kind of like dope.
So were you a class clown growing up in school?
Oh, absolutely. I was in special ed for real. Like, I went to Southern Westchester BOCES. Go look it up, okay? Every security guard, every teacher, they gonna look them up. Oh no, I remember him. Yeah, absolutely.
So basically, right, so, before we get into the highlights of your comedy career, let's get into the lowlights. I feel like every comedian has a story where they bombed on stage or anything like that.
Oh.
You got one of those type of stories?
Oh yeah, absolutely. My first 8 months I was bombing, but the worst bomb was 163rd, and I want to say it's 3rd Avenue. It was called HBX Studios. And I went up there, and I don't know what I thought I was doing or what I think I was doing, but I went up there and I was like, all right, I think I'm, winning the crowd. And there was a lady with a oxygen tank. And she was like, if I die tomorrow, I never remember you.
Oh, shit.
And I looked, I was like, well, bitch, if you die, you won't remember nobody. You know what I'm saying? So from there, it kind of motivated me because my uncle put, he put his brand on the line for me to do this show. And when I got there, my uncle was like, do your thing. It was the most quietest ride you ever had in your life. Like, you ever had like one of them situations where like your car got declined with a girl,
Yo.
and they be like, so you going home, right? You going home, right? You're like, oh my God. So that was one of them situations where it kind of taught me what I could do and what I couldn't do. So from there, I just started watching more and more comedy of like the comfortability, understanding how to hold the microphone, storytelling.
You gotta study that.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you gotta study it. Because it's so crazy. Like I grew up, Peter, he'll tell you, I used to come in the park and tell 100 stories, and it would go. But then when I tried to do certain things like on stage, I'm like, why y'all don't perceive me like that? So it had to be universal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, and to your point, like you said, growing up and what you were saying about how you even started them situations like being disrespectful, maybe being too.
Yeah.
I seen many of those too in the park. People trying to fight, he ready to fight.
Yeah.
Yo, stop playing with me, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's the thing. Like,
for sure, I can vouch for
like
that.
that's what I always say. Like, cause now that things is coming full circle, like we always gonna bang our set. Like everybody talk about they bang their gangs, but my set is Westchester County. You know what I'm saying? So I bang. I'm from Rochelle. I'm a Lincoln Ave boy. You feel what I'm saying? And things is coming full circle to where like we know all the talent that we've been trying to show is now being shown. You know what I mean? You got the me, you got y'all, you got the stunner gangs, you got it's so much to be shown in this clarity that now people is like, I never knew Westchester was so close. How you think we get to City Island so fast? How you think we get to Dykeman so how you think we get to Fordham so fast?
15 minutes.
Like what makes you think that we're coming all the way from Albany? Like seriously.
Facts. Nah, that's fact. That's fact. So I know you mentioned Mike Epps
Yeah.
early on, just not even knowing it would turn into what we gonna get to, but just watch him as you study him, basically as a mentor, as somebody just, like I said, studying,
Yeah.
how does it feel like starting off, your man Steph sending you the shit like, yo, watch this,
Yeah.
and then fast forward, you actually doing shows with him now. Like,
Yo, the crazy thing how that happened with Mike, I gotta salute Jadakiss and Christy Clifford. So, and also this lady named Miss Gail. So, and Delway Travels. I gotta give everybody their flowers. No, they're like, damn, you got a family reunion going on. No, so those people right there kind of made it come full circle. So this guy Delway Travel called my name through a riffraff through my man Kev MC from Mount Vernon. So I ended up going to do a cruise, and when I did the cruise, my name kind of started lingering out to like, all right, yo, we got some talent in the 9. And everybody's like, all right, who is it? So my name kept floating around to where me and Jadakiss kind of crossed paths, and he kind of like gave me a quick like, yeah, we'll talk. I was like, all right, cool, you know what I mean? And then came to the comedy show scene and you know, just gave me a little, you know, kind of impressive, like, all right, cool. Met with his previous manager, you know what I mean, at that time, which was Christy Clifford. And I met with her because his cousin, Miss Gail, was the one that was like, yo, you gotta go see this guy. Like he's full of energy, he's funny, like he's just fearless. Like you gotta, like if he gets the right branding, he could go places. Fast forward, Jadakiss goes, hey, I'm gonna do you a favor. So I'm like, what's the favor? So Mike's brother-in-law, Shay Raw from Chicago, was rapping at the time. He was opening up for Jadakiss, and Jadakiss was like, yo, if he do my tour, Marcus got to do your tour. And Mike's first show was like straight like arena. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, hey bro, I just did a show in front of 100 people yesterday in the Bronx. Like, what we doing here? And some more actually pressed me. Came right up to me. What you doing on the show? And I'm like, oh, I'm funny. She was like, I don't want to hear that shit. What you doing? So when she seen Christy Clifford turn the corner, she was like, oh, you plugged in. And I met Earthquake, Gary Owens, Tony Rock. At this time, Mike was doing something called Festivals of Laughs. And this was CIAA weekend. This is when it was in Charlotte. And literally, went up there, did my 5 minutes, and I got my name called wrong. They called me Marquise. But I dog walked that, you know what I mean? Like I turned it up to where everyone loved it. And from there, you know, T.I. was backstage, Fantasia was backstage, Mike Epps was backstage, and no one really came to see me on the side of the stage besides some more because I was introducing her. And Gary Owens, and it was like, okay. You know what I mean? Like, all right, we see why you here.
Yeah, how you felt though, going like you said, going from 100 people.
Oh man!
Like, how was that?
There was no nerve. I mean, I'm sure you was probably a little, but how was the nerves? Like, 'cause
Man, it was
a lot of
one
people
of
would
them
have, a lot of people would have panicked.
You know what's so crazy? I had 2 shots of Jack Daniels in my pocket. As soon as they was calling my name, I was over there like Stone Cold. Like, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, man, and you gotta think it's CIAA weekend, people from all over. You know, this before like Instagram really turned into that curve of like minute videos. It was still 15 seconds. So I'm like, damn, what if someone just, and Twitter was hot. So just think about me saying, hey, follow me at, man, you suck. Oh, God. I'm embarrassed.
No, because that transition is crazy. You know, usually you're a comedian, you go from comedy clubs to theaters, and you jump up. You made a complete jump.
A jump real quick. And then on top of it, think about it, like Mike go like, yo, Kiss, I don't know what you're doing, but this ain't it. So it's like I really had to perform 2 times. You know what I'm saying? I got to perform to show out for the people, then I got to show out for Mike and Jadakiss. It's like, oh man, this is crazy. Yeah.
So I wanted to ask, when you were watching Mike Epps, right? So you, for instance, when we were playing ball, we might watch somebody and we might go straight to the highlights and then that's it, right? Yeah. So everyone dissects things differently. What exactly did you take away from watching Mike Epps tapes?
It was, you know, the thing about Mike is it's the way he controlled the stage. it was like the way he walks the stage is like, damn, bro, you don't see nobody out there? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, is your tunnel vision that dangerous that you just hear the laughs? Cause like you just walk like the way,
right.
you know what I'm saying? Like you just boom, 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 like you over there, like you playing defense crazy. Like you playing defense like Dylan Brooks. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't care what happens, you just there. You know what I'm saying? So when I seen that, I'm like, yo, he's so fearless, but the way of like my style of comedy is like, I just don't give a damn. I got a little Bernie Mac in there. I tell a lot of people, don't come sponsor me. Cause I'm gonna say some off the wall shit. Not nothing to offend you, but it's like, damn, did you just say that? Yes, the fuck I did. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing against nobody. No communities, no nothing, no colors, no races. But I'm gonna speak how I wanna speak. No matter who you are. You know what I'm saying?
When did you realize you was funny though? Like growing up, it could be growing up, it could be on stage. When did you realize like, I got something?
I would say probably third grade.
That's early.
Third grade. I remember it was this girl that I was picking on my sister. And I was like, you arguing with this girl that could barely put her hair in a ponytail. And everybody started, and this is like dismissal. But the crazy thing is, I forgot she a girl, she wanna fight my sister. My sister had some big ass bifocals, big ass. And she charged at her, I was like, what do you do? Cause I'm in front of my sister. So you know how like you got the acorns and stuff? I just threw one on that. She was like, you gonna hit me? Run! Like my sister that me and her close, Victoria, I'm like, run. Man, we ran home. She was like, you know we gotta see you tomorrow. We gonna throw another acorn.
No, that's funny. But yeah, so what was the like biggest so what was like something, like when you went from, like you said, 100 people in the Bronx to damn near a stadium,
Yeah.
what would you say is like the negative thing that you took out of that? Like maybe you felt yourself too much, got to it, or and that what was like maybe a bad thing out of that situation?
The negative thing I can say, the aftermath of it, I was too drunk. Yeah, I was so drunk. Mike Epps' management team hit my management at the time. It was like, yeah, you gotta slow Marcus down. But I was just so overwhelmed. I'm so overwhelmed. I'm calling this dude Day and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he looking at me like, yo, bro, who you think you know? Like, but it was a learning experience. You know what I'm saying? So it was a learning experience. Like, I tell people all the time, if you met me 3 times, 2 times was good. Maybe 1 was bad. But the good outweighs the bad. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's what I always tell people.
For sure. Nah, that's what.
Because I remember one of my bad moments. You almost got me a tech at Ferris during one of my games. Yeah, I got the video and all of that. I'm gonna show you later. Yeah,
you should put that out there.
you was in the red face and all of that. You was like, yo, call the call.
Was I wrong? I remember
No,
that.
you wasn't
Come
wrong.
on, that was a bad. First off, your man's went up, hit him with the jelly, gets slapped across the face, and the ref gonna say, I ain't see you was right there. Then you gonna do this. Court off, no, call a call.
I was telling niggas, I said, yo, if this nigga Marcus get me a fucking tech, I'm gonna be tight
The
here.
thing is, they let me jump the gate too. I thought it was being funny, and the homeboy was like, yo, get your mans. When I heard that, I was like, oh yeah. Then the crazy thing is, the next day I might have, I think you had a camp going. And I was like, yo, keep shining for the youth. And you just left me on scene. I was like,
I did that.
I was like, why you leave me on scene? Now that you said it, maybe you might have been mad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you was Hollywood. You had the fire trucks coming out and shit. You was doing. Man, you was that man. You was the mayor. You was the mayor that year. You was the mayor.
Nah, that was good. Yeah, that's funny. I think I remember that now too. Yeah. That's the year I came back up and played. Yeah, that's funny as hell. So you spoke a little bit. So was that like it all with the D Block situation, or was there like more? Was you like actually like signed to them, or was it more so like a co-sign?
It was co-signing, and then later we got to the logistics. So we got to the logistics a little later to where Sil Raspy, D Block came together, and my team and myself came together and put things in perspective. Where like at this moment, I believe we at the renegotiation table. So But you know, Jadakiss always been a solid dude for me. You know, at times I know he get mad at me for, you know, just being outspoken at times, or sometimes, you know, I have a little drink and be like, you know, call him 100 times, like, man, I got an idea. And I'm like, you know, I know when he don't pick up his line, he probably know, like, oh, no.
So how is the business for a comedian?
The business-wise is what you make.
Okay, because you know
The
how it
business
is
is
for
what
like
you make.
rappers, athletes. Like nobody really know how.
Let me tell you something. These rappers and athletes, they got the same eyes I got. Now, if you need some glasses, go get them. Read your contract.
Yeah.
Go get you a lawyer. And I don't care what nobody say. Stop using these labels, lawyers. Go get your lawyer. Go get you 10 lawyers. Because at the end of the day, if you looking at 1%, no, you signed because you had so much people look at that 1%. But don't look like, yeah, I was looking like I was gonna get, this album was gonna be 100% me, then the next one was gonna, nah. Read the fine print. A lot of these deals is 360. It's like when you invest in anything. When you put your money in a car, you can't make no money back off of it. When you sell it, you want at least something from it, right? So if I invest into an artist, and it's like, all right, yo, I put $300,000 behind this dude, I want to make $1 million. So what makes you think that you supposed to go press your boss and be like, all right, this. When you go to work, what do they expect? Everything out of you. They gave you a salary, give me what I paid for. So now all of a sudden everybody, oh, you know, that's messed up that they would give them a deal like that. Did you read?
Yeah. So the comedian business is similar to.
Athletes and
I'm
things
saying,
like that.
it depends on what you want to argue yourself. You could, hey, if you want to be independent and you got a little manager, or you got managers, agents, and all of that, you got to pay your people. So now if you're going to do comedy clubs, and you know a comedy club probably get you never know. Depends on who you are. You could get between $85,000 to $150,000 for the weekend. Now you pay your peoples and go about your day. Now you might go do a theater where you probably make a good $300,000 or more. You still pay your people. But at the same time, now if you over there and you signed to someone and the $300,000, now you go home with $3,000, you signed that contract. Read what you signed.
So like in sports, right? You get incentive-based contracts, right? Yeah. Where like, you know, if you get first team or NBA, you get an extra amount of money. Is it the same in comedy?
Hell yeah, you got your tiers. So say you at the Gramercy Theater. Your first tier is like bottom here, second tier here. So now, depending on how you work it out, you get bonus, double bonus, triple bonus, sold out bonus. You know what I'm saying? So
based
now,
on like ticket sales.
Yeah, so and then it depends on what you work out. If you got your manager, your road manager, the agency, your security guard, maybe your assistants with you, maybe your PR's with you, or maybe you got to pay your PR because you came into a city where you went to go do the news. After you did the news, you did the radio. After you did the radio, you went to do a podcast that was live. You got to pay for those type of things. That's what I'm saying. It costs what you want to make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been in times where it's like, I got to pay you on the back end. I ain't do good this weekend. But you know what you signed up for. You know what I'm saying? Like me signing with Jadakiss, it was a handshake. So it's like, when the money really comes, like the money's coming, but when it's to, like, when he do one of these, like, hey. That's what I'm saying. But right now, I'm lollygagging. You know what I'm saying? I'm outside putting the pieces to the puzzle together. You know what I'm saying? Took a couple months off, came back. So it's like I'm figuring it out. But read your contracts. To all the artists, everyone, artists, comedians, read it. Reading is fundamental. They taught you that.
Is there other comedians in Westchester?
Hell yeah. What? So we got one of the biggest comedians from Westchester. You got JB Smooth, you got talent.
I mean, no, I'm talking about like coming up, like within your round.
Coming up?
Yeah, I know like the JB.
I wouldn't say they coming up, but well, matter of fact,
Cause
they outside.
Yeah, I don't know too.
I know one I went to high school with.
And who's that?
Louis Galilei. I don't know his comedian name though. I just shouted him out though. Yeah, he's Spanish, but He does. But I don't really. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know.
You got Trey Dowdy, he's outside. You got Cousin Corn. You got Des Comedy from Mount Vernon. Alicia Perkins, comedian AD. Anthony Rodeo.
Y'all ever came together and do a show?
Who?
Like, people you know.
Oh no, I'm saying. Yeah, most of them. The only person I ain't worked with is Anthony. I ain't worked with him, but it's a lot of like JB Smooth and Talent. You know, that's your upper echelon. You know what I mean? That's the OGs, but it's so much, man. It's talent out there, man. It's some real like.
We need more like showcases of that, because I'll be honest, I ain't never like, besides you, I didn't know anyone else.
Nah, it's other comedians. Nah, it's some dogs out there. It's some real live dogs. Like it's some dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like Des Comedy, dog.
Tag him in the comments.
Dog. Des Comedy from Mount Vernon, dog. Trey Dowdy, dog. Cousin Corn from New Rochelle, beast. Alicia Perkins, beast. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving everyone their flowers. Anthony Rodeo, get busy. Comedian AD, beast. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I'm saying that is because I believe in all their talents. Anybody can put their roster up. I got my roster. When my dogs come out, trust and believe me. We cane coursers and pit bulls. We biting everything. Trust and believe me.
But what would you say was your funniest moment as a comedian? Whether it went viral, whether it just.
My store fight.
Okay, yeah, that was funny.
My store fight would be the funniest one. Don't ever drink Taylor Port. Don't ever drink Taylor Port.
I was dying.
Yo.
Nah, the funniest.
Oh man. You know it's so
even
funny?
funnier when you like I know
Yeah.
everybody in the video. I know the store was at. I was
Yeah, it's just the commentating in the background having your voiceover.
So this is the crazy thing. My man just came home from the feds. So shout out to my man Stacks. He goes and records the video. I'm like, cool. So now Stacks is like,
So you plan to record it?
no, I didn't plan to record it. Shout out to Trey Dowdy. Trey Dowdy goes, yo, get in front of it and do the voiceover. I'm like, huh? He was like, yo, my man's is about to throw you on the gram like your favorite comedian out here getting beat up. But all you would have heard was just what was going on. So I get on it quick. Shout out to my man Angelo, because he edited it in less than three minutes. I did the voiceover and sent it to him. Yo, I threw it up. I'm on World Star, I'm on Sage, I'm on everything. Yo, I'm on everything. Yo, I'm on everything. I'm talking about to a point, this is when I noticed you can make money off the gram. Yo, I'm starting to see my bonuses go up. This violence, yo, I wake up, I swear to God, my phone had 102 missed calls. Yo, why you acting embarrassed? I'm like, embarrassed? They was like, why you took the video down? I took the video down. I go to my page, this story has been removed because I'm over there like, damn, I'm looking at a payday too. Didn't care about the end of the results. Cause I know me personally, I know my hand game. Trust and believe me. If I fought 100 times, I won at least 98. You know what I mean? If you caught me on a bad day, you caught me. But that day, man, I had a nice little chick coming in from Chicago. Yo, I had Taylor Port, Patron, I'm talking about, I'm drinking shit that she asked me to buy. I'm trying to get nice when I'm supposed to get her nice. By the time she get here, I'm trying to get some coochie. I'm hot. I'm like, yo, we fucking or what? like, I got my ass beat. I done fought this.
You got win somewhere.
Yeah. I'm like, what's up? I done got you a hotel. I done went and got you Texas Roadhouse.
Okay.
So after all of that, you done did all of that. How you end up in the store?
I told you I was waiting for her to get off.
waiting
Yeah,
on it.
I was
Yes,
waiting.
yes.
So it's like, yo, your flight delayed. So I got the. She's like, yo, I drink Taylor
So
Port.
it's her fault. It's
Yeah,
her fault.
yeah. But the crazy, yo, and the crazy thing is, yo, my aunt let me use the Benz that night, so I'm looking the part. Buck got took in the. You know what I mean? Man, that boy threw me through that refrigerator. I said, what? Bro, and the crazy thing is, when I'm looking through, I said, oh, this ain't gonna end good. Like, but when I got up and I was like, oh, I'm up, all I heard was Banks not playing. I said, woo! All right, I'm up. Even though I lost the first battle, I won the war.
So, like, speaking to that, right? So you saw how social media, you know, in one viral moment can click real fast, right?
Yeah.
I meant to ask you, what do you think as a true organic comedian, how do you feel about your style of comedy as opposed to social media style of comedy?
Well, some of these guys have jumped over to social media just to gravitate and grab that following, which is something that I'm learning now. But a lot of these guys that came from the social media background to jump into comedy have had successors. So meaning like they've understudied someone that's been a comedian. So I won't take away from certain things, like, you know what I mean? So you have the DC Young Flies that have the K-Dubs, you know what I mean? And the Carlos Millers and the Chico Beans, you know what I'm saying? Then you have like the Mojo Brooks that have, you know what I mean? Like from Chicago, where like you get that Chicago wave, it's like, damn, because Chicago's one of them places, it's show and prove. They don't give a damn about you being on the internet. You get on that stage, they're gonna be like this. It's like New York, you better make me laugh, you get what I'm saying? Like, so you get those type of, you have to show and prove, you get what I'm saying? When you take that leap of faith of like, me, when I jump into their lane and people say like, okay, why are you coming over to the internet now? It's like, I'm just coming to grab some of y'all fans to really just, you know, show some undeniable talent. Like, my talent's undeniable, you know what I mean? My thing is this, I'm not saying I'm the best comedian, but I look myself in the mirror and say, I'm one of them ones. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm him. You get what I'm saying? And I can do it all. I can improv, I can go do my set, I can host, I can feature, I can headline. I don't care where you put me. I'm not scared to go behind no comedians. At times, I see certain comedians, I'm like, goddamn, I hope I don't meet them. But just me being the man I am, I'm not gonna let you punk me. That's like you.
What's your process?
The process?
When you're preparing for?
Oh man, it goes into,
You write stuff down?
you
Or?
gotta write a lot, you know what I mean? Like, if you get so much, man, if you just ever walk, like people don't understand, if you ever just walk and don't even do nothing, like, you just walk and just really put your mind together, you be like, damn, I thought of so much stuff. But when you in that car and you know, you blasting that music and you in that zone to go somewhere. Like when you go on a coach, you like, whoa, we gonna have a good day, you know what I mean? But when you walking, you be like, damn, there's so much thoughts that just came out of my mind. You just be thinking like, damn, I never knew that I really could think of a mastermind. You know what I'm saying? So it goes into like the preparation of my thought process is, you know, walking, kind of limiting my calls, because people always say, Marcus, you so accessible. And lately, I ain't gonna lie, my phone was off Monday and Tuesday. I kind of liked it. I ain't have to speak to nobody. I didn't even call T-Mobile and tell them I was gonna call them back. You know what I mean? Like when they said, you know, T-Mobile, that 456 number comes, hey, yep, yeah, you are temporary, 20, whatever. I sat there the whole time in greatness, and I was just over there watching different, you know, specials, thinking of what I could do better, how I could get my Instagram to flourish and things like that. You know what I mean? Like, cause I know the world, but the world really ain't intrigued to me right now. You know what I mean? Because I'm not giving them nothing. But when I do give you something, and this foot hit this gas, baby, just get out the way. Trust and believe me. Get out the way.
That's all. So we spoke about a little bit about the D Block situation.
Yeah.
Let's. I also seen you had a situation with MMG for a little hot second.
So that's a tricky one.
So yeah. So let's talk about that situation.
So
How did that come about, and then we could get into like what happened and.
There's so much people that's gonna love me for this video. You know what I mean? I'm shouting out everybody and stuff. Shout out to the Fitter Gallery. So, Gunplay and Torch was doing a signing, and their DJ Instincts at the time, was actually like, he was basically like spinning the records, and I had like some business cards. So I come through and I'm giving them out, because I see a bunch of people I don't know, but I know the people that own this place, which is my family. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Fitter Gallery, Phil and Kev. And literally that night, I get a call like, hey, like, you really a comedian? I'm like, yeah. Hey, you want to be in a video? I'm like, yeah. You want to do a voiceover? I'm like, yeah. So DJ Instincts, he's like, yo, I'm going to come pick you up from the Rochelle. We got to go to this studio. No lie, this dude is going through like back roads. Like, I'm like, no lie. Like, this is before people could send locations. I'm like, yo, if I die today, then whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we get to the studio, do the voiceovers and whatever, and me, Gunplay, we all like they like kind of liking how I'm moving around, and you know, they start coming to a couple shows. I start hosting their showcases. So they was like, hey, how about a joint deal? So at this time, Gunplay had Bilderberg Music Group and Torch had Specialists. So they introduced me to their road manager, which was Jadakiss, and then he was like, listen, this is what we gonna do, man. We gonna run with this narrative of like, you know, you got a deal here, but we have all the MMG, you know, situation we could run with. You know what I mean? Like, so we could use the logos, we could use this. I'm like, all right, cool. And it kind of like worked out for the good at times, but I say 75% of it was bad because everyone felt like I was supposed to have a bigger plate on the table. So when I'm hitting certain people up like, hey, trying to do a show, it's like, call Ross. It's like, bro, I only meant to do 3 times. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it kind of like dimmed my light. But at the same time, certain places I was going, like if I'm going to Sue's and I was going to Perfections, they like, oh, look at the chain. And I'm like, only if you knew it ain't mine. It really wasn't mine. It was Torch's chain, but you know, he let me use it. So you know what I mean? But shout out to that whole situation. It was cool. It was a learning situation. Got to really learn the business behind it. That's why when I see certain people talk now about like, yo, you don't make too much money, it's like you gotta read your contracts. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times, like any promoter that knows me, you send me a deposit and you cancel, that's your cancellation fee. The next time you book me, I want another deposit. There ain't gonna be no make. I don't do makeup dates. This ain't no rain date. And this ain't this ain't happening. No.
So let's get into some stories, man. Let's talk about some stories. Whether it's like a Mike Epps story, like a funny story with him, or somebody from Westchester.
Yeah.
Like what's one of like a story that you probably remember? Like you said, I know you mentioned the fighting story. But just any random story. Let's just give a story. Cause like we said, you came in here with 15 stories.
You know a funny story.
I think that's one of the funny things about you. Your storytelling.
The funniest story I'll tell you.
And he told 15 stories at the same time.
No, listen, I told you I was a special ed, man. I had ADD, ADHD.
Talking about Vegas Summer League incident.
Oh, man. The Vegas was funny, man. But the crazy thing, I would say a time when a chick tried to set me up in my own hotel.
This was out here, or
No. So I was in Arizona at the time. Was I in Arizona? No, San Diego. I'm in San Diego. We in this fly ass Airbnb. You know what I mean? Fly ass Airbnb. And the girl that I was, you know, about to do my 1-2 with, which was cool. Everything was smooth with her. She tried to line me with my mans that gave us the Airbnb. So she like, yo, got these dudes here, like, got some jewelry on them, got some. But at this time, I had like a little chain, you know what I mean? Like I had a little chain. I want to say I had like a Movado watch or something. I ain't have too much going on. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not really a jewelry dude, but I literally got this from my homeboy that owned a jewelry shop. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So the chain I bought, you know what I mean? But the watch, I was like, oh, this is nice, you know what I mean? I'm looking right. Man, homeboy hits me like, yo, it's a lick coming your way. I'm like, what you mean? Like, I'm like, shorty in the bed, like, what you talking about? He was like, he screenshots it, so I look, and he comes, he was like, yo, how you trying to set up my man? She was like, oh, I meant to text my pimp. So now the crazy thing is, I'm looking outside, because now I'm like, yo, you got to get out. It's some big nigga like, yo, 600. I'm like, 600 what? He like, yo. I'm like, bro, this bitch ain't even worth $60, man. Get the fuck on your way. He was like, I know where you performing at. So the next day we go to breakfast. This motherfucker's in front of the breakfast spot. I ain't even eat the breakfast, bro. I went to Dunkin' Donuts down the block. You keep that bitch, bro. Word. He probably looking at this interview. You still ain't getting that 600. Yo, give a fuck. Word.
Okay.
Gangster.
That's funny. Yeah.
So like, okay, so that's one of those situations where on their end it didn't facilitate through all the way.
Yeah, so you had to get the back end.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? But my thing was this. To this day, like, I still respect him as my man, but I'm like, why would she text you? Like, why she text you talking about, yo, they got some... And then you run over there. Nah, you should pay him the $600 for running over. You know, yeah, because I was just confused on how she thought it was cool. And it was a lovely night with the lady. It was lovely, you know what I'm saying? Like, cool. But you ain't 600. Let me tell you something. Name your price at the door. I ain't buying no coochie. I tell people all the time. All dudes, we do buy some coochie in the atmosphere of like you go on a date and, you know, if you got to bring it back to the hotel, you bought it. But you ain't going to just flat out be like 600. Oh, no.
So let me ask you a question then, right? So as a comedian and you on the road and things of that nature, how hard is it for you to get into the dating realm? How hard is dating for you?
Oh man, it's a tricky situation because when you travel, it's like you got to put the trust factor in there first. So what the trust factor is, it's like when you're dealing with your lady, it's like she got to trust you. Like, yo, weekend, after parties, you taking pictures with girls. Girls are finding you funny, and it's just like us. Do we really care that Young Miami used to mess with Diddy? No, I'm still in the DM. I'm ready to spend that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what you think the next chick is looking at? Oh, you got him now, but I can have him for tonight. And you get those ones where you fall asleep. Like, it gets tricky in this game. It gets tricky. Me, once my nut is done, baby, you gone. Even if you only, I'll go downstairs and book another room. We would not be, no. Absolutely not. Now, have I been with other women and I done cheated? Yeah. Have I been with women and I was like, you gonna be on a roll with me? And then it gets tired to them, some of them. You know what I mean? Some of them, I'm cool. You know what I mean? Some of them give you that trust, but it takes a lot for you to build that trust. You know what I'm saying? I'm not putting no other comedians out there. I'm just talking about my self-experience. I don't want comedians like, damn, bro, you giving out the blueprint. No, I'm not. I'm talking about me. All right? Marcus Banks, me, I know what I'm going to do. When I get in your city, I go right through it. I go right on Instagram. I put the city in there. I start going to the For You page. Yeah, got a show. How much tickets you need? 8. I got 5. Pay for the other 3. What we doing after? Don't worry. What y'all drinking? Don Julio. Ordered the bottle already, even though I ain't paid for it. The promoter paid for it.
So being that you travel, I'm sure you've been to many cities and stuff. What's the best city you've been in, and what's the worst city you've been in, as far as like comedy goes?
Comedy?
You about to fuck up his booking.
No. Cause I liked every city. I'll say.
Or just the city in general. It don't even have to be like specifically how the show was.
I like a lot of cities. I feel like sometimes, damn. Chicago's a lovely city, but they could be tough. I wouldn't say it's the worst, but they are one of those like, you don't bring it, we gonna make sure you know. You know what I'm saying? Detroit's another city where they gonna let you have it. But worst city I've been to, I would say Maine. Maine was one of the worst cities I've been to. I went out there to do like a pub. Got paid good too, but they didn't want to hear me.
Yeah, that's a high
Yeah, and then I would say Arizona was it was a good city, but it was tricky. Cause like I didn't really see them laugh, but when I got off stage, it was like, let's take a picture. I'm like, what? But maybe because they was just hot and high. You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely hot out there.
I'm saying, it gets hot out there. You know.
So we see you connected with probably, if not, we say one of the hottest comedians that been around with like Ha Ha Davis.
Yeah.
Right. You can count him, Drewski.
Yeah.
What's the other dude? Desi.
You got Desi.
Right.
Mojo.
Yeah, Mojo. You can say they probably the hottest.
DC
Young Fly, and that's like their era, that circle. How you get connected with him? How that happen?
Another shout out to Too Cool. Too Cool met his manager at Power 105. And Too Cool was like, yo, you gotta meet these guys, I'm like, what are you talking about? But the crazy thing is, my brother Raymond was watching Ha like every day. Like,
Shout out to Raymond.
Yeah. Raymond was like, yo, you gotta watch the dude Ha. Like, what are you talking about? But he used to be watching them. And one day I came and I was like, what you watching? I'm like, yo, this dude Ha Davis, man, you got to see him, man. And one day Too Cool was like, yo, they in New York. I'm like, where they at? He was like, Dykeman. Never forget, I had $12 in my pocket. I hopped on the Metro North. From the Metro North, I hopped the bus. I got off at Saucer con Fuego and walked all the way to El Jefe. So you know where El Jefe, you know when you go over to Dykeman. Yeah. So I got over there, and at this time, it was me, still the same crew he run with. They all was in there. But at this time, this before he had his weight loss. Like, I'm talking about, bro, his rider looked crazy. I'm talking about Douce, Coors Light, Corona. I'm looking like I could drink a little bit, but I ain't gonna be drinking all this. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, me and him connected later at All-Star Weekend in LA. And we did a show, and then from there, things just started unraveling to where, like, Too Cool put his little 2 cents into it, and the rest was history. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? But did a tour with him last year. We the Ones tour. Really got to see Mojo Brooks' line of work. Kind of familiar with Desi Banks' line of work a little bit, but Country Wayne, I'm familiar with his line of work. DC Young Fly, real familiar with his work, because DC was one of those dudes that took me on the road a couple times, you know what I mean, in my earlier days. So, you know what I mean? So it's a lot of people out there that I worked with and I respect, and I know they respect me, and now that I'm really, back on my board, like I was saying earlier, like mentally and physically, and just getting back to what I was, you know what I mean? I think people understand that, Marcus might have took a little break, but that was just for me to, take care of like everyone around me, you know what I mean? Because if you're not good, then everybody else falls through the cracks, you know what I mean? And that's one thing I don't want for nobody, you know what I'm saying? In no capacity, you know what I'm saying? So.
Cause you just named some hitters.
For sure. And shout out to all of them too. So I would say, what's next, man? Like you say, you back on it. I know you're on your own tour right now.
Oh
What's
yeah.
next for Marcus?
Yeah, the next tour is gonna be called Marcus Banks in Yo City.
Fire.
You know what I'm saying? So we definitely gonna hit the ground running.
This the
with
first
that.
time you announcing that?
Yeah.
Oh,
You the
yeah,
first one to know. Yeah.
Shout
So
out to that.
I got it's like three
pull
people
up, for
that
sure.
I'm really trying to put on this tour. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna drop no names just yet, but Marcus Banks in Yo City. So I really want to do something starting from like Buffalo and come all the way down on the East Coast. Grab the traction, then go like Midwest. You know what I mean? I don't want to just be like, all right, let me go from Buffalo to Arizona, from Arizona to Detroit, from Detroit to Mississippi. It's like, all right, you ain't gonna have me all over. I want my tour to do just a U. You know what I'm saying? A U, then you know what I mean? Coming down like, nah, we're not doing that. Nah, you be all over the place. Nah, hell no.
Yeah, so Marcus.
And Spirit is shut down, so.
Oh, yeah. Flights expensive. I was just looking
Man.
at some flights.
Yo, I was looking up a flight, man, for my birthday. The crazy thing is I wanted to go to Detroit. Then I was looking up Cleveland. Then I was looking up D.C. Man, I went to D.C. last week. Man, I got on the bus for $16 round trip, man. I had a ball on that bus.
The buses are still
Man,
active.
who you
Mega
telling?
bus, Chinese buses.
Man, let me tell you something. Whatever they upgraded them buses.
They got Wi-Fi and all that.
What? Man, and you can plug yourself in. What? Oh man, I was at 2% when I got on there. I was at 100 when I landed. I was so nice on that bus. I bought everybody Burger King. Well, the lady in front of me Burger King. Yeah, you get the onion rings, you get the burger. I just want the drink. All I wanted was a Sprite. Like.
No, fire, man. So yeah, Marcus Banks, ES City, that's the next move.
Yeah.
Next tour, we definitely gonna be looking out for, like Lex said, we definitely gonna pop
Yeah,
out to some of
absolutely.
these cities.
So I'm trying to do something out here. Like I got some. August 21st is like this big show I'm gonna put together. I'm doing it in Co-op City. So make sure I'm gonna drop that link real soon. It's gonna be something powerful. Trust me. You know what I'm saying. And then don't forget the county center show still. We working out the kinks. It's gonna get ugly. Trust me.
Fire.
I feel like that's my retirement right there. I do the counties and I think I'm done. I done did everything. You know what I mean? Like people don't know me, but I really done did like every arena, every theater. Like I've really been around. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna retire, but it's like, yo, the resume is complete once you come home. It's like, done it.
So before you get out of there, one question I wanted to ask you in between time was, we ask people, what's their top 5, Westchester players, things like that. But I'm gonna ask you a more, wide range question. Okay. What's your Mount Rushmore comedy?
Mount Rushmore?
4 people.
Let's go Bernie Mac, Eddie, Richard, Robin Harris.
That's a tough list.
Yeah.
OD.
Yeah.
Can't argue that. For sure.
Right off the bat.
Bernie, my favorite all the time.
Yeah, and the reason why I like Bernie, because he was unapologetic. Like now, you see, if Bernie was here now, he'd be canceled culture. You know what I'm saying?
Every
You know
show.
what I mean? And Robin Harris too. You know what I'm saying? So I can't. That's just the way I look at it. Like there's nothing, no one can tell me no different. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So-
Yeah, you ain't even hesitate, so you definitely, that's really
Oh yeah,
Mount
there ain't no
Rushmore for
hesitation.
sure.
Nah. Now you talking about basketball wise? Man, it was so much talent, man. Like I only played basketball because I was like the little Patrick Beverly. I was just a nuisance to people. You know what I mean? I just made you mad, but basketball wise, it was so much. Even like your era, y'all had so much talent, man. It just like it was so much. To this day, I always tell you, it was so much weight on your shoulders, bro.
Nah, for sure.
I don't know if you knew how to handle that. And at that time, you was just being you. You know what I'm saying? You was just coming out the house, walking to the high school. I'm like, yo, how you walking to the high school and you the star player? Like, that's why I said, when you walk, you clear your mind. If you was getting rides, you probably have a little 11 points, 8 turnovers. Cleared your mind, son. You know what I mean?
Well, man, I definitely say, I think I speak for all of us. I feel like I want to say thank you for coming on.
Man.
Man.
I'm glad y'all finally called me, man. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Glad y'all finally. I was getting worried. I'm like, damn, is my iron getting? You know, you're like, yo, strike while the iron's hot. I'm like, man, I'm a little cold right now. Ain't nobody called me for a podcast in 914?
Nah,
So that's me.
Sure, nah, we definitely.
What kid said? I'm on my block, man. Come see me.
So we definitely appreciate you. We look forward to everything you got coming. Like I said, again, we definitely gonna put
Yeah,
up to your
absolutely.
show.
You know, y'all got free tickets, man. You know, to this day,
Yeah, I
man.
wasn't gonna
YB.
ask on camera,
No. YB behind the camera, man. I owe YB at least a good, probably about 3 free shows, as much as she done for me. You know what I'm saying? YB always makes sure I look good. I remember I had a big pimple one time. I ain't see it to this day.
Definitely, man. So that's episode 28. Marcus Banks. We
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
you,
You
my
know
brother.
what it is. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure
Absolutely.
you like, subscribe, comment. Make sure y'all tune in. Definitely look forward to seeing you.
Yeah,
Flourish.
'cause
Definitely
I ain't
tune
talk
in
about
back
a
in.
lot of y'all out there, but
Yeah, for
when
sure.
it comes out, I'll be tagging your ass. I
That's
gave out
fact.
a lot of shout outs, but I'm gonna be tagging your ass.
Definitely. So make sure you like, subscribe, comment. This is Westchester Talks, episode 28. Guest Marcus Banks. I'm your host, PJ. Fred Lex. We appreciate y'all. We out of here.